Hey everyone, so I've added some new things onto my Mercari page for anyone who's interested. From time to time I add new things on my Mercari and people have asked me about it, so I just started doing this intro. So of course y'all know I always got the makeup. I got some cute makeup items. I got some nice pieces of clothing from my closet declutter earlier this year. I have a couple of things from when my son was in elementary school. He got his Christmas gifts and birthday gifts that he never actually wore. I have some body care and skincare I need to add on. I need to add some more fragrances. They'll be coming soon. So those are just a few of the things I add to my Mercari store from time to time. I think I actually have a couple bags up there as well for anyone who's interested, but just wanted to let you all know you can check it out after the video. What's up everyone? It's your girl Gelbeauty-QM here, aka Grace, and it's time for another 3 palettes, 3 looks. So today we're gonna do a little different. It's gonna be like kind of like an old school, new school vibe, but we're just gonna use one brand of palette and do 3 different color stories against each other. So if you like this new video, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and give me a thumbs up so that way I know to keep doing them. If you like a good eyeshadow video, I've done quite a few of them. They should be popping up over my face right now because I have no idea when this video is actually going to go up. If you like a good complexion video, I do quite a few complexion videos. Complexion and eyeshadow are 2 things I love the most when it comes to makeup, so I do quite a few videos on those. Those should have popped up over my face as well. If you like a good fragrance video, I love a good fragrance moment, but I've also done 2 or 3 other ones that should be popping up over my face right now. Finally, if you like a good fashion video, I do fashion shorts at least 2 times a week. I have currently done 3 long form fashion videos, so if you like those, make sure you check them out. I did one on this brand called Johansson. They're in Sydney, Australia. I currently have an order out with them. I'm waiting to show up. I also love this brand called Miss Lola. I buy so many shoes from there. I actually just got a delivery from them, I think like Friday, so make sure you check them out. They're down below as well. All my videos where I'm wearing shoes, I'm usually wearing their shoes. I did one on TJ Maxx finally. That's what I meant to say. I have finally done the TJ Maxx video. I know it was a long time coming, but I constantly going to TJ Maxx for the weekly videos to show you all, so I didn't have a chance to get the video done sooner because I'm always in the store finding new pieces. But I've done one more as well on Forever 21. If you like Forever 21 content, I like to go there for layering pieces for some of my more expensive things or my things from TJ Maxx and Marshalls. Then make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Now on to this actual video. So the brand we are choosing today is Ulta. So I have quite a few Ulta palettes. I like Ulta. I was one of the, I know someone told me this, I was one of the first black people that people saw online talking about Ulta to see if Ulta would work for people for my skin tone. So I'm happy to report on that, and I still love the brand to this day and a lot of the stuff they have. So I wanted to do a video dedicated to their brand. So we're going to put the Jewels and Gems palette up alongside Amy Love's palette to see how similar they are in tone, because I felt like they were somewhat similar. As you can see, they give off somewhat similar vibes. It's hard to show because of the packaging, but yeah, they give off somewhat similar vibes, if you will. So I figured they'd be fun to put both of those against each other. Then we have the Flora Stories palette from Makeup Just for Fun and Ulta up against the Longing palette from Blend Bunny. This was one of my least favorite Blend Bunny palettes out of all the ones I had. You think it would have been one of my favorites because it's my type of tones, but I don't know, it just didn't do it for me in that sense. Here's what both of them look like side by side. I feel like this one's a little more warmy neutral tone as opposed to cool tone like I initially thought, and I figured it would go nicely with this cool toned edge palette. So they have similar enough colors in my personal opinion to where we could possibly pull something off, so that's what I was choosing it based upon. And then I have, of course, Angelica Nikovich's and Ulta's Hella palette. So this was her first collab with them. She has 2 more scents. I might do those in the future. If y'all like this, let me know. And then I have the Secret Garden from Beaute Bar. So I figured both of these look similar enough to where we could compare them as well. So these are the 3 that we're going to work with. Now, I don't know what order I'm going to put them in. I have no idea. I have not planned this in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I just had the idea to do it, so I figured we would do it. So soon here, we're cooking cute like. I'm going to do all the Ulta palettes on camera, whether they're like newer or older palettes, just because this is supposed to be about Ulta. So I will go off camera, get my life in order, and I'll come back and have an eye look done for you. So I'll be right back. Okay, girl? Okay. So here's the Ulta side. And this is the Hella palette. So here are the swatches I took. I didn't use these 2 on the end, so we used these shades and then the one over here and the one over here. So it goes Hella, Secret Garden, 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 and then Hella, Secret Garden. So that's what we're working with on the eyes. So we're gonna start off with this shade right here. Then I'm gonna mix these two together to get more of a greenish like it is on this side. I'm gonna use these, I'm gonna use these two pinks right here to get our, or is it these two? I think it might be these two pinks right here I'm using. I'll have to check the swatches again. I'm using this as our inner corner shade. This is our lid shade, and this is our outer V shade. So I'm doing two colors in the crease again. Y'all know I'll be doing a real extra situation. So let's get into this. I'm using the majority of Sigma brushes because y'all know I love a good Sigma brush. So I'm taking the tapered blending brush, the E35 instead of the E40 as usual. And we'll start off with the shade Escape. So this is only my second time I think using this palette. I think I compared this palette to something else already. Do not quote me. Do not quote me. I might have just did a video with it on its own. I've done so many videos this year as usual. Y'all know I be a little confused on like what did I do, what did I not do. Child, I feel like I did so much. So I'm just taking it up here, and we're gonna take the pink like all in this angle right here. So that's why I'm just going across the top of the brow bone. That's it, nowhere else. And then we're gonna go on top of that shade with Ivy to kind of like give us like more of a green, because I feel like this is like that deeper ashier grayish green, and I want to have a little bit more of true green depth and color to it. So yeah, now to the shade Ivy. So I gotta take. Speaking of Ivy, child, have y'all seen how everybody is trying to disrespect Beyonce's daughter? I'm like, just because y'all don't like Jay-Z and just because we not feeling what Jay-Z doing, why are y'all bothering this child? Like, what does she have to do with what he did? Like, she is a child. Like, leave her alone. Like, that's what's irritating me right now when I hear people talking about that. Like, we're gonna talk about her parents all day long. They grown people that made decisions. She's like 12 or 14 or something like that. Leave this girl alone. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. So we didn't match it like I was hoping to. Maybe I should have put like the lighter like powdered green in there. This one right here, and maybe this would have made it more like it. I don't know. It's kind of late now, so I'm just gonna have to work with what we got, and hopefully like this fades and blends a little better with that. But I still think it looks pretty decent, so we're gonna work with it, because you know we literally have no other choice. Now we're gonna start off with the pink shade. So I'm pretty sure I went into the pink shade right here, which is Peony. So I'm gonna go with that one. You know, I kind of feel like Rose might match this a little better, so maybe we should try that. Let me swatch it next to the other ones we have on my hand and see if that works better. Okay, so this one right here is Rose. So yeah, Rose definitely goes better. So let's do that one and shade toward the front of the eye. Definitely like that tone a little bit better than the other one. I feel like the other one was a little bit warmer, and since the side is already cooler, and I feel like her pink is a little cool, I feel like this one might work a little bit better. So I'm glad I swatched them side by side with everything else just to see, because something told me initially to do that, but then I was just like, nah, we'll just, you know, like leave it alone for this moment. But so that's what we're working with so far. As you can see, they look somewhat similar. I feel like this pink is a little bit higher than this side is, but I feel like we can work it out once we get the rest of the stuff on. So okay, so now let's get into the pink that's in the crease, you know, the bubblegumish pink, which is Damask, I believe is how you say that. I'm just gonna go like from right here on into the crease and just blend that up and out to make sure it's visible and seen after I cut the crease. That's why I try to carry it a little bit higher than I normally would when I do it with the eyelid, just because I want it to still be seen after we cut the crease. Because if I put it directly perfectly in the crease, I feel like it'll only peek out a little bit. I want it to be very prominent and seen. So that's why I'm taking this pencil brush and specifically making it higher, and then still going into the crease as well from when the glitter glue was added. I must say I'm loving the way Angie's side looks. But I feel like the shimmers in the Beaute Bar side are gonna like win me over more, just because they have more of that sparkle and like effect and all that type of stuff. So we'll have to see. Next, let's take the shade Enchanted, but I feel like we can always top some green on top of it if I feel like it's giving a little too much blue and not enough of the green. Because I definitely feel like it's like a bluish green, not just a traditional like green, if you will. And that's why she tried to make the palette a little unique, but I feel like this is more like a true like blue, and I'm gonna have to put some of like the green on top to make sure I, you know, get everything done and make everything look the way I want to. Because I'm trying to match it as close as possible. I know it's not gonna be exact because the greens in Angie's aren't exact as the greens in here, but I feel like the pinks are, except for like the, you know, shimmer, because I feel like she didn't really focus on the shimmery pink too much, which again is okay. not that big a deal. So we're working with, I'm gonna add the shade Thistle on top of that. The makeup by adding the green on top because it's giving more like blue than green. So this is what we're working with, y'all. So far so good. I'm liking the color pattern that I chose for this look. It's real cute. Let's glitter glue now. Let's go ahead and take the shimmer shade now, which is Butterfly, and put that a little bit. It was a shade that looked like it matched in the pan the most, so that's why I chose it. But as you can see, it's definitely giving more like a metallic shifting, whereas I feel like Angie's is just more like that shade and some extra glitters. But I feel like this one shifts and it's more of like that oil slick metallic looking shimmer. So I feel like with the eyeliner that'll help oomph it up a little bit too, because I feel like right now it's giving a lot of green and not too much pink. But when you put the eyeliner on it, there's a hot pink, so I feel like it's actually gonna give it a little extra oomph. Okay, y'all, so now we just need to add the pink shade. It's called Sun Shower. Yeah, Sun Shower. So it's definitely giving the feel of that. Now this one shows up more icy pink. So I feel like a lot of the things that are pink in here are like icy pink. Like I thought Amy Love's makeup palette was gonna be, which we're gonna do next, by the way. Up against Oden's eye palette. But I thought this was gonna be like more, I thought the pinks in there represent more of an icy look to them, but at least they actually pink. So this is pretty much what we're working with. We finish. You can see they're giving similar vibes, not exact, but similar enough to where, you know, like I feel like if you saw me from a distance you might not be able to tell, but when you get close up, obviously you can see the more bluish green about this side, and you can see that the greens don't actually match perfectly, and that this is a more metallic lid and the pinks are a little bit off. So I feel like I got a similar look. I honestly feel like this was actually one of a more of a warm tone, cool tone like look I should have did, because I'm like, the pinks in here and the greens here are definitely giving more cool tone than warm tone based upon the tones I had to pick to match Angie's palette. But comment down below and tell me what you think. Anyway, we'll be on to the next set of palettes, which like I said is Amy Loves Makeup versus whatever palette it is. Okay, y'all, so this is the eye with the Amy Loves palette. As y'all can see, I had to do mainly purple. There's like a mixture of purple and pink through like certain shades I use that like shift to colors with pink, but like you have to remember the pinks in the Amy Loves Makeup palette don't actually look pink when you put them on. So that's always my gripe with this palette, like it does not look pink, and that angers me. Anyway, so I used the Jewels and Gems for this one, and here are the shades I chose. So it's Adept, Oden, Adept, Oden, Adept, sorry, what is this? No, Oden, wait, no, Adept, Oden, then Oden, Adept, and then Adept, Oden. So I had to mix a couple of shades together, because what ended up happening is I put the wrong shade on the lid when it came to the Adept side, and then I had to like top it with something else. So anyway, let's get into this palette. So I'm going to use this shade right here, this dark purple, of course, this unique shade right here. This is going to be our lid shade, and I think that's it. So those are the shades that I'm working with in this palette. Oh, sorry, in this one right here, because this is our transition shade. So even though hers is supposed to be like a cool tone of brown, I feel like when you blend it on, we should be able to play it off and it look like this mauve-ish deep tone purple we're going to start off with Oden's eyes. So I figured we'd do that. So take the shade Heaven, that's what it's called. And I'm okay if it pulls a little bit more mauve tone, because it's like I like mauve tone shades. If you're not new, you know I have loved me a good mauve moment. I also need to go home tonight and pull out some more palettes, because I haven't even pulled all the palettes for the best products of 2024 eyeshadow edition. So I pulled my lip products, but I gotta pull my eyeshadow products now and my fragrances. So I'm gonna go home tonight and do that and see what we come up with. I have some here already, but I'm thinking about taking them back, because I want to put them in my eyeshadow palette collection video that I want to film tomorrow. So I'm like, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. I might film it tonight, depending on how I feel. It's only like, it's early on tonight. It's finally started snowing here in Chicago, so I'm like, took you long enough, bro. I mean, I wasn't complaining. I was happy it didn't snow too much, but you know, it's just weird because I'm used to there being snow. Anyway, next we have the shade Rapture.
So it matched really nicely with that shade Scrunchy from Amy Loves Makeup palette. And I felt like they give similar undertones as well. I feel like this one wants a little more lighter purple than deeper purple like that one, the one that's in the crease. But I felt like it might oxidize and look similar once we got everything blended out. So I was like, we just gonna work with it. Gonna go with it, it'll be fine. I feel like this one blends out a little bit more smoother and easier when it comes to like the pigmentation. I feel like the Adept one might be pressed a little bit harder because I don't feel like it gets like pick up in the pan the way the Oden ones do. So it is a little more easier to blend, but you know, Adept has always been known for the shimmers, not necessarily mattes. And we don't know if Amy asked for a different formula with her mattes versus like the mattes in the initial Adept palettes, and that could be the reason as well. Honestly, don't know. It's been a while ago since that video came out, so I genuinely don't remember. I'm gonna take the shade Intoxication, the deep purple, and that's what I'm gonna put on the outer V now. So let's get this glitter glue in motion. Okay, y'all, so we're gonna take the shade Paradise now. So I feel like this is the one that matched closest to it. I feel like that one's still a little bit lighter. That one's than the one from Adept. I mean, the one from Adept is a little bit lighter than the one from Oden, but that's okay. I don't feel like it's like super noticeable unless I'm like close up. Like I feel like from far away you wouldn't be able to tell. They both have a really nice sparkle and like a deeper like pigment to the shadow that I put on the lid, but like close up I feel like you're like, oh yeah, that one definitely looks like. See what I'm saying? Like from a distance, do you really feel like you can tell a bunch of difference? I mean, if you have good eyesight, you probably can, but like I don't have good eyesight, so like to me, you can't really see that big of a difference in it, but you know. Okay, so now let's get in the inner corner shade, which is called Smooth. So as you can see, this is like a pink, like green, purple-esque effect, and I feel like this side does the same thing. It may not necessarily be as obvious, but you saw my hand when I switched, I feel like they give a good amount of the same type of tone. So I feel like these turned out pretty well. So which one do you prefer? I personally kind of feel like I like the Oden one a little bit better, just because I feel like it gives a little bit more like mauve and purple, and it didn't deceive me with the pinks. Y'all don't understand, like the thing that makes me mad about this palette always is I feel like I'm always deceived by the pinks. I will say though, I do like the shimmers in the Adept one better, but again, we just talked about how Adept is known for their shimmer formula, so I'm like, you know, are we really surprised that I like that one better? Like, no, I don't feel like we should be, because, you know, I like their shimmer formula. I think it's amazing. It's not that it's not that the Oden formula is bad, it's just more of, I feel like they just give a little extra oomph and sparkle and pop, especially with this eye look we have going on now. So I guess I'm tied in that regard. I do like the formula on the Oden mattes better than the one on the Adept though, but I like the shimmers from the Adept better. Anyway, let's get into the last set of palettes. So that'll be the Longing palette from Blend Bunny alongside the Flora Stories from Makeup Just for Fun in Oden. And then we can rank all the eye looks below and decide which of each brand we like best, even though I tried to give you a little bit of idea throughout so that way I don't ramble too much at the end. I'll be back in a minute and I'll have a new set of swatches. Okay y'all, so here is the Longing Blend Bunny side, and here are the swatches that what we're going to use. So this one is Oden, these two are Blend Bunny. I ended up going with this mint Blend Bunny shade. Then we have Oden Blend Bunny. I didn't use either one of these. Then we have Oden Blend Bunny. We're going to use these two. And then we have, what is it? Sorry. Oden Blend Bunny for these two. And then Oden Blend Bunny for these two. So those are the ones we are going to work with. So I'm going to take, let me see, take these two shades right here, this dark green shade right here, and this shade is our inner corner shade, and that's what we're working with for this eye look. So let's get into it. So start with the shade Clover. And to me, this is giving more of a warm tone, cool tone vibe situation. So don't be surprised if you see this in another warm tone, cool tone video. But you're not here to judge. So, you know, if you do, mind your business. Just mind your business. Watch that video too if you're interested. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. You know, all that good stuff. That was good. I washed a whole bunch of brushes last night. I washed the rest of them today. I'm over here like I'm on a roll. I feel like I'm somebody real quick. We're gonna take the shade Orchid now, which is like the deep purple. And if you all remember, I told you all sometimes I have patch issues with it, sometimes I don't. But I'm usually able to work it out, so I figured we try this one because this was another one of the shades that I felt like matched closest to it. Now the ones in the Longing palette are a tad bit different than that one. So for example, I don't think this is going to oxidize to the extent of the one on the Blend Bunny side, but that's okay. I just wanted to get a similar effect to it. And I actually like the way the Blend Bunny eye turned out. And y'all know I'm not really crazy about this palette, but I like this look. It's nice. Okay, so now we got that one done. Let's get into the outer V. It's going to be the same shade. Okay, so we got a cute little shape going there now. And cut some glitter glue. Now we're going to take the shade Lush and go ahead and start patting it on. As you can see, the other shade is a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter. This is kind of like a blue, purple, green, like shifting undertone shade. So that part is different, but you know, I still like the way it looks. I feel like one side is more smoky and the other one's like a little more warm and neutrally. So there's that. Okay, y'all, so let's get into the shade Dawn now, which is our inner corner shade. I feel like the color of this is more reflective and whatnot. So it has like different shifts to it, whereas the other one I feel like is just giving one simple shade and that's it, like a simple like silver shade. And when you twist your head, it doesn't give any reflex. So although this one looks clear, it has a whole bunch of different like reflex to it if you can't tell right there. So let's back it on up now and finish off talking about how I feel about this shade. I mean this palette mashup, or this palette comparison, if you will. So if I had to pick, I think I'd actually pick the Longing palette from Blend Bunny when it comes to this one. I don't know, I just feel like it's giving a more grungy, sultry look overall. So that's my thought on it. But you can comment down below and tell me out of the 3 looks which brand you thought won. I just personally liked the majority of the Oden's Eye ones, but this was one that I felt like, you know, it could be either or, but I prefer the Blend Bunny side this time, which is the shot, because like I told you, I'm not really a fan of this palette. So like I said, comment down below and tell me what you think. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.
So the fun doesn't have to stop here. Let's be friends over on Instagram to check out the latest fashion, fragrance, and palette comparisons. Make sure you head on over to Instagram. You also get little glimpses into my everyday life for those of you who are interested. People have asked me about that too. So I usually put stuff like that over on Instagram on a whim. So I can't wait to see you over there. I hope you have a great day and see you on Instagram.